Let's be real, one-size-fits-all sports news is kind of old news. Today, we're diving into how AI is becoming a personal sports writer for every single fan, and trust me, it's completely changing the game for how we get our sports content. Seriously, just imagine this for a second. You open up your favorite sports betting app, and instead of the same old generic news feed, it serves up articles and tips that are perfectly tailored to you, your teams, your interests, even your betting style. Well, that's not some far-off future. It's what we're talking about right now. You know, for any online gaming platform, keeping you hooked is a constant around-the-clock battle. And their weapon of choice in this fight? Content. Just tons and tons of content. I mean, think about it. For every single match, every race, every event, they need to pump out pre-game analysis, live updates, post-game recaps, you name it. Trying to do this manually for hundreds of events at once is a massive headache. It's like being on a treadmill that just never, ever stops. So how in the world do you solve this massive problem of scale? Well, the answer, as you probably guessed, is artificial intelligence. We're talking about a whole new breed of AI platform built specifically to be an automated sports writer for the gaming world. And let's be super clear here. This isn't about the AI just spitting out some robotic, jumbled text. No way. These platforms are designed to create genuinely high-quality articles that read like they were written by a professional sports journalist. The goal is simple: keep players like you informed, engaged, and coming back for more. And here it is. This is pretty much the command center. This dashboard puts the operator in complete control. From right here, they can generate news, they can review drafts, manage entire content campaigns, all from a single screen. This is really the heart of the whole automated operation. But here's where it gets really interesting. This technology didn't just stop at automating articles for everybody. The real game changer, the big leap forward, happened when it got a whole lot smarter. So the first version was basically a super-powered editorial assistant. It was awesome at producing general articles for the news section, and it saved the human team a ton of time. But version 2, oh, that is a completely different beast. It becomes a personal tipster, analyzing your specific behavior to give you customized advice, right when and where you actually need it. And this visual just says it all, doesn't it? On the left, you've got your standard pre-match article. It's useful, for sure, but it's for everyone. Now look at the right. That is a personalized tip sent directly to one user. It knows this person is interested in a specific player, Lautaro Martinez, and boom, it gives him a real-time update and a betting suggestion. It's the difference between a broadcast and a one-on-one conversation. Okay, so this all sounds amazing in theory, right? But how does an operator actually use it? How do you get from a totally blank page to a perfectly tailored article? Well, the process is actually surprisingly simple. It all boils down to a pretty straightforward 5-step wizard. The operator sets a goal, they pick the game, they choose the tone of voice, should it be serious or more casual? Then they let the AI do all the heavy lifting of writing. And importantly, a human editor always gives it the final sign-off. So you get the speed of AI with the quality control of a human touch. Best of both worlds. All right, so step 1 is where the user lays the foundation. They give the campaign a name, decide how many articles they want, and this is the key part. They choose the type of content. Is this a pre-match breakdown, a live game recap, or specific betting tips? That first choice pretty much steers everything that comes next. Then, step 2 is all about focus. The user drills down from a broad category, like sports betting, into something really specific, like football. This tells the AI exactly where to pull its data and context from, which makes sure every article is perfectly on target right from the get-go. So, we know the process is slick, but does it actually work? Does it deliver real bottom-line business results? Let's take a look at the numbers, because honestly, they're pretty staggering. Okay, first up, let's talk about speed. We are seeing a 75% reduction in the time it takes to create one article. Just let that sink in. A task that might have taken a human editor a full hour can now get done in just a few minutes. That is a fundamental game changer for any content team. And of course, that incredible speed translates directly into massive scale. We're talking about a 10 times increase in content output without hiring any new people. All of a sudden, a small editorial team has the firepower of a giant newsroom. They can cover more niche sports, more events, and reach a way bigger audience. But let's be honest, this is the number that really makes the people in charge sit up and listen. A 400% return on investment. And that's the minimum expectation in the very first year. This proves that AI-driven content isn't just a fancy tool to save costs. It is a powerful profit engine. And the positive effects ripple out across the entire business. You see a 300% jump in search traffic in just 6 months because of all that great SEO content. Engagement during live games shoots up by 45%. It even brings back 25% more inactive players. And if you're a company running multiple brands, it can slash your content costs by up to 70%. It's just a win-win-win. Now, how do these companies actually buy this service? Well, the business model is usually tiered. As you can kind of see from this example, operators can pick a plan that grows with them, starting with a certain number of articles a day and scaling all the way up to a full enterprise package with API access and all the other bells and whistles. So when you step back and look at the whole picture, it's pretty clear this isn't just about making content faster. This is about fundamentally changing the entire relationship between a platform and its users. This quote right here just nails it. For so many years, content was just seen as a cost, something you had to do. With AI, it becomes a strategic asset, a tool that you can use to directly and measurably grow your revenue. It's a whole new competitive edge. And that kind of leaves us with one final big question. We've seen how this is shaking up sports gaming, but this level of hyper-personalization is coming for every industry. So, what does our world look like when every app, every website, every service we use knows exactly what we want, maybe even before we do? Something to think about.